Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Keith, aka GQ Smooth, and this is another documentary called This is the Generation I Live In. Still no changes, still the same. Check it out. Peace.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration of freedom in the history of our nation.
Our relationship was based off hate. It wasn't enough room for love, so we tossed it on the side of the plate and started apartheid. A wound deeply rooted in the scar to my backside. Communication was something we never had. You were verbally abusive, calling me nigga when mad, and I can never understand why. Although the pain will hurt, I refuse to let you see me cry. And all I ever wanted was to be treated as your equal. Need some common courtesy and respect around other people, but you can't even give me that. You can't.
Hey, how you doing? This is Keith Bryant, aka GQ Smooth, and this is the year 2020. And the name of this documentary is called This is the Generation I Live In. And basically, This is the Generation I Live In is going to be a documentary. Me talking about the generation that I live in compared to how it was back then. Basically, I want to talk about first and foremost the killings in this world that we've seen or whatever. When it comes to killings or whatever, you see more black people killing more black people than the police killing more black people. And I think that we all need to stick together when it comes to the evil entrapments in this world. You know what I mean? We all need to stick together as one nation. We all need to stick together when it comes to everything that's going on to make this world evil. So we need to fight against evil and make this world great again. You know what I mean? The generation we live in today is so chaotic. There's a lot of chaos going on. There's a lot of killings going on. There's a lot of drug dealings going on. There's a lot of child molestations going on. You got people raping kids, killing kids, kidnapping kids, and not just kids, adults too. So I think that we need to find a resolution to make these things stop or whatever, or else, you know, we're all going to crash. This whole world and earth is going to crash as we know it, you know what I'm saying? So we need to stop police brutality. You know, we need to make this earth clean again. And the only way we're going to do that is sticking together. You know what I mean? It takes one person to make a whole group of people want to make this earth clean again like it was centuries ago. You know what I mean? And when it comes to relationships, you know, we all need to stick together. When it comes to relationships, you know, you have a problem in your relationship, you're supposed to solve it out. You don't cheat. You don't cheat with that person's mother, father, brother, sister, friend, best friend, whatever. You're supposed to solve this shit out. Don't cheat. Because when you cheat, that's telling me how weak you are. You know, that's being weak, basically. So you didn't want the relationship to last in the first place if you're going to go out and cheat with that person's family member or friend. You know what I mean? You know, it's crazy because I had a situation where the person did me wrong. It was actually my ex, and she was cheating on me. And she was an older chick. And people always say, you know, they like older women. Older women don't cheat. They don't do shit. People are going to do what they want to do, no matter how old you are, what age limit you are. You can be 20 years older than that person. People are going to do what they do, even if you're in a relationship, if you're married, or so forth. People are going to do what they fucking want to do. But my thing is, when it comes to relationships, if you're going to do something like that, before you do something like that. What you you shouldn't want to do anything like that. But what I'm saying is, if you're not happy with that person, tell that person right offhand that they're not feeling the relationship, they're not feeling this, they're not feeling that. I thought I wanted to be in a relationship, but I don't. I'm still going through some issues right now, or maybe I'm still in love with my ex, or whatever the case is. You don't go out the relationship and cheat. That's showing the person how weak you are. And if you're not relationship material, just stay single until you're ready to find that person that you want to invest your time and efforts into. But the generation we live in today is so messed up, seriously, you know, when it comes to black, white, just the human race in general. And like I said, we all need to stick together and just make this world a better place to live in. You know what I mean? You got chaotic people out there, psychotic people out there, you got people killing for no reasons. You got these youngsters looking up to these rappers that's wearing dresses, skirts, lipstick, all kind of colored hair. These movies that these parents are letting these children look at. They're getting ideas to want to kill people when they see these movies they look at, these cartoons. You know, you have to be a positive example in your children. You shouldn't let your children watch certain videos. I'm saying earlier about what we need to do to make the neighborhoods that we live in safer again, from the killings, from the drug dealings, from the human trafficking and so forth. We all need to stick together as far as creating some kind of program, our neighborhood watch, so some of these things that's happening now won't happen in the near future. You know what I mean? We all need to find some kind of resolution for these problems, because you have a lot of children and adults are disappearing when it comes to human trafficking, when it comes to the killings and everything else that's making our world evil. We need to make our world and our earth safe and clean again. You know what I mean? So I plan on doing more documentaries like this. Like I said, I have one called Everyday Life. It's coming up real soon, but I'm trying to create a group of people to do that documentary with me, because it's going to be something like Jada Pinkett. She has a Facebook show called The Red Table. So I want it to be something like that, where you have a group of people sitting around a table talking about everyday life solutions that we need to create to make our earth safe and clean again. You know, from this person to this person to this person to this person, back and forth, resolutions from each and every person, from male to female. And that's basically what I'm doing now, trying to find some people to be a part of my project. So I'm looking now, but yeah. And I also have one, actually it's going to be a part 2 to the Everyday Life program or documentary that I'm trying to create. So it's going to be a part 2, because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about, basically, and that's what I do. You know, I'm a director, producer, so, and I'm also an activist and humanitarian. So there's things that I like to talk about that's very important, and things that are when it comes to trying to find a resolution for these problems before it's too late, basically. So, but I'm looking. So, someone came at me earlier, well, actually it was a couple of days ago, about, so what do you think that you should do if it was up to you? Well, if it was up to me, I would want to do a neighborhood watch. I would want to create more programs, basically. You know, like rent some kind of hall where you have the whole group of neighborhood people in the neighborhood to come to a hall or something to talk about the problems that's going on in our neighborhoods and on our streets. Basically, what do we need to do to find a resolution? And basically, what I would say is we all need to sit together. That's what we need to do. We need to sit down and find a resolution for these problems. That's what I would say. We need to create more programs and create more things like more undercover cops. And they don't even necessarily have to be cops. It can be people doing their job, like people in the neighborhood, just watching out for each other. You know, because you got crooked cops out there too, you know what I'm saying? So you got good cops, you got bad cops. So what I'm saying is we need to be our own cops and look after each other in our own neighborhoods and bring our neighborhoods back. So we can walk around again, we can jog again, we can have picnics again in the park. You know, we want to feel safe in our neighborhood, so what we need to do is come up with some kind of solution to make that happen. You know, not just one person, not just two people, a whole group of people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And also, speaking on talking about that, which I've already talked about that, someone came at me about relationships. Well, like I said earlier, when it comes to relationships, sort out your problems. Don't cheat. Talk about it.
I know sometimes you need something to ease your pain. You feel like giving up, but this too shall pass.
Dear God, I'm sitting here writing this letter, hoping that you will make things in this world a little bit better. Cause many of us are going through hard times through this rain and this pain. I pray that the sun will shine. I'm banged up, defeated by turmoil. It's the evil that men do. They're killing us over oil. They say it's profit gains off the minds of others. Some might even question and wonder if you really love us. I know you do. That's why I'm reaching my hand out to you. And under the same token, I hope you do the same too. Cause I would love to believe things happen for a reason. That every dog has his day and every man has a season. But sometimes it's hard, especially when chaos and hatred is living in your backyard. Just the other day I heard the voice come and say, young man, hey, if you gon' pray, don't worry. If you gon' worry, don't pray. I promise you God will let us see a brighter day. Cause God's promises are far greater than life's problems. All you gotta do is let go and let him